Hello everybody, Slim Kirby here. Welcome back to more of the Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door playthrough. Today, we're going to start Chapter 5. Before we do that, we need to find a boat. And there's really only one place where we could find a boat, so let's go there first. I also think we can find Luigi down here too. We still need to talk to Luigi from the ending of the last chapter. Do we? Is he here? Actually, I know where he might be, but we'll go see him before we get started here. So, here's a boat we could definitely use. I definitely like the look of this boat. It's gold. Has a nice star-shaped pattern on it. I think we could use this. Let's see. Oi, you with the mustache. What with the stink eye, eh? You got something to say? Right, then ask me anything. I'm like an encyclopedia. I am. I can answer anything. Ooh, kill hockey. Listen, mate. Don't ask me about that place. I got no need for a curse from the Pirate King. But I want to know about the island. Fine. What about you? You look scurvy enough. No matter how much I work, life never gets any easier for me. Know what I mean? There gotta be a way to just go poof and get rich, you know? Poof! Fine. What about you? See that ship dock there? She belongs to Flavio, the merchant trader. He don't sail too often, though. Mostly hangs at Podley's joint on the plaza. Okay, I guess we're gonna go there first, then. You know, because why not? Got nothing better to do, except, you know, go sailing, which we need to do, but, you know, whatever. There's Luigi! That's what I thought. I figured he was here. Before we get going, let's go ahead and talk to Luigi really quick. Well, I headed to Circuit Break Island and got me a marvelous compass piece. You wouldn't believe it, bro. Talk about thrills, chills, and spills. It was pretty nuts, bro. Want to hear what happened? It's a pretty long story. I think we have a time for a story before we head out to open sea. Well, like I said, it's a really long story, but here goes. Just as our boat arrived at Circuit Break Island, we heard this incredible racket. We soon found out that they hold kart races almost every day on the island. Whoever takes first place in the race gets to rule the island as king for that day. Just as we got to the racetrack, they were holding the award ceremony. I couldn't believe my eyes. Right there, on the trophy they gave to the winner, it was another piece of the marvelous compass. I almost passed dead away. I'd decided right then and there that the only thing to do was enter the next race. I mean, I've driven in kart races before, so I thought I'd be okay. Boy, was I wrong. The karts were supercharged machines that could send you airborne with their exhaust. These vehicles were armed with missiles and bazookas. It was anything goes, bro. Of course, I wanted to get right out of there pronto. These drivers were crazed. But I worked up my courage and signed up anyway, and my race day finally came. I got one of the best karts, the big green 01. I took my position at the start line. The light went green, I stomped the accelerator, and something bad happened. I was in reverse. The big green 01 went rocketing backwards with me yelling. I crashed into the wall behind me hard enough to cut me off mid-scream. In one fell swoop, I dropped into last place and wrecked my racing machine. But it wasn't all bad news. All the other karts crashed because of my maneuver. Once I got in gear and took off, I was the only car left. I won by a country mile, bro. I took the piece off of my trophy and added it to the marvelous compass. The compass came to life and pointed me towards Jazzafraz Town in the east. Then I heard that voice. Princess Eclair's voice echoed in my ears again. Oh, my princess. Random words form poetry if spoken by your voice. I will most definitely save you. Just wait for me, Princess Eclair. Oh, sorry about that, big bro. So after that, I got back on my boat and came here to Rogueport, and that's what's been up with me. Okay, let's hear the actual story. Yeah, I'm Torek, and don't think for a second that this dude's telling the whole story. The only reason I lent him my rig was because he got down on his knees and begged. And what happens? He's in it for 1 second before he completely totals it, idiot. I'm not letting this dip out of my sight until he repays me the 5,000 coin repair costs. Oh, Luigi. First, you injured a bunch of other racers, and now you're in debt. Good job, buddy. Oh, okay. I think this guy might be the Flavio we're looking for. And what do you want, ah? Who, me, you ask about? Ah, I am called Flavio. I am, how you say, a trader, the richest man in Rogueport. Monetary wealth gives me freedom, yes, and freedom gives me wealth of spirit. And yet, why is it that a man whose life is unchained must always long for yet more, ah? What is missing from my life? This tears me at my very insides. I must know. What do I lack? Well... romance, definitely. Romance, you say? Ah! I suppose one does need some romance in life. What other sweet, delectable fruit could make so many wonderful pasta sauces? Ah, no, foolish Flavio! Not Romas, you silly man! What I need is romance! Wait, hold the horses. That is it! Now that I am thinking of it, I once heard of the treasure of Cortez, the Pirate King. Yes, this is the answer. Oh, such happiness for me. A hunt for pirate treasure. Why, that just shrieks of romance and thrills, and emotion, and even money. Do you not know the tale? The Pirate King's treasure, hidden on Keelhaul Key? Ah, well, tales say that the Pirate King Cortez hid his hoard of pirate booty there. For years, treasure hunters and ruffians have gone there in search of the loot. But not a single one of them has ever returned. Oh, the horror makes my back tingle. People here whisper that the ghost of Cortez attacks all who seek his treasure. Eek! It is because of those very rumors that people no longer go to Keelhaul Key. But that will not stop Flavio. That treasure is there, yes, and I'm going to prove it. For I am Flavio, trader extraordinaire, millionaire, sailor of the seven seas. What is that you are saying? You are also looking for a treasure here in Rogueport? Why talk such craziness? There isn't anything like that in this dull armpit of a town. You cannot be believing each stupid rumor about treasure some street urchin spews out. No, 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 no! Now, what madness comes bursting from your mouth? You have a treasure map? Well, hand it over. Rather, I mean, show me. You're having a joke on me. This map leads straight to Keelhaul Key. You swine! You mean to steal my treasure out from under me, you awful, awful man? Well, now I am confused. You are looking for things known as the crystal stars? But now that I am thinking, a star-shaped stone was said to be in Cortez's hoard. Perhaps I could sell it for a staggering amount of cash? Yes, that would be... Ah, stop such thoughts, Flavio. What you need is romance, thrills, and emotion. I cannot ignore what this business before me suggests. This must be fate at work. Flavio shall go with you to Keelhaul Key. Of course, the crystal star is yours, yes, but the rest of the treasure is mine. Huh? You must repeat that? Flavio's ears are plugged? You have no ship? Ha 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 ha! You unfortunate foolish man! Do you not know who I am? I will have a ship ready in no time, and it will be massive and glorious. Splendid, splendid, splendid! Let us begin preparations immediately, shall we? I will volunteer myself as our intrepid leader. Yes, and you will be captain. Ah, danger and adventure tickle me nostrils. Come to the harbor right away. It's gonna be fun doing that voice. Anyway, before I go follow him, there is one thing I want to take care of. It's gonna be very quick. I actually forgot this was even here, but there is actually a shine sprite we can get in this house. Again, I forgot all about this for whatever reason. But notice we have a little hole right here. Go through here, and look at this. It's a star piece. Or shine sprite. Star piece, shine sprite. They're all shiny and important. That's the one thing we should always keep in mind. Also, why are we in this house? That's weird. Oh, I guess it was the house next door, so it does make a little bit of sense. But yeah, we got that. Let's go to the ship and see what we can do. Gonna go on a little pirate adventure. Yar. I like pirate adventures. Oh, Flavio. Oh, he has a nice little crew with him, too. Heh. Oh, yes, I'm gonna be filthy rich. I can't wait to leave port. Pleased to meet you. Your acquaintance. I don't trust you. Ah, yes, so it is you, ah? Well, sadly, a slight problem seems to have popped up. But feast your eyes on this outrageously fantastic ship. She is a fine vessel, no? She is the SS Flavion, the queen of the countless ships in my personal fleet. The raw majesty of her hull, the pomp and circumstance, none can compare to her. Ah, behold the elegant curve of her prow. She cuts to the very soul, don't you agree? But she is not just a beauty, she is a savage beast on the water, tops among sailboats. But above all, I tell you, this proud ship can... Ah, yes, did you speak? Yes, of course, the problem that has sprung up. I had completely forgotten about it. The SS Flavion, she bewitches me. Yes, well, here's the issue. We have no navigator. He ran off, the dog. The navigator, of course, is the highest-ranked helmsman. They steer ships, you know. Now, here's the real problem. The waters around Keelhaul Key are deathly dangerous. We need an absurdly skilled helmsman for our navigator. It is, how you say, a pickle. Oi, Flavio. Heard you talking there, sir. If you don't mind me saying, I might have a solution. Do not tease me, Papatch. You can solve our problem, then spit it out already. Well, sir, I heard talk of a famed, no, a legendary sailor living in Rogueport. Yeah, I think he's called Admiral Bobbery, a salty old sea dog by all accounts. But he's said to have the helmsman touch, sir. He can make any ship bow to his will. Thing is, there ain't a soul what's seen him on the seas of late. Bossa-boom! Problem solved. Let us scout out this Bobbery fellow and get him on board. As is customary, my captain will handle all negotiations. That would be you, Mario. That does sound fair to everyone, does it not? No complaints. Aye, aye, sir. Aye, 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 aye. Sounds fair. Good plan. Then it is decided. You must find this Bobbery and bring him here. Our fortune sails with you. Fine, I'll do all the work. As usual. They gotta stop doing that to me. Well, I'm not gonna bother doing all the legwork and figuring out how to find him. Since I know where he actually is from countless playthroughs, we're gonna go ahead and find him. As you might expect, you have to use a lot of your newer abilities to find him, so if you can't quite figure out where he is, just keep looking. Find things that you can use from Chapter 4, namely this little hole right here. Before I go down, though, did I already get this? Yeah, I did, okay. Just making sure I had all the star pieces and such. Let's do it. Let's go in here. What do you blokes want? Now, where were we? You seek Admiral Bobbery. Never heard of the gent. Take your search elsewhere. Now, away with you. Okay. I don't know if I believe that. Let's go back and see if we know anything else. You found someone who matches Bobbery's description, but claims he is not him? Strange. I would ask someone who is knowledgeable about the neighborhood about this. Well, let's see. Bobbery does seem like an older gentleman. Someone who could potentially go get drinks from time to time. Let's go back to this place and see if the bar manager knows anything. Admiral Bobbery? Yeah, I know him. You know that house just past the wall in the eastern part of town? That's his. But I think both you and he would be better off if you just let him be. But why? That doesn't sound like a good idea. He is definitely Bobbery. Let's try again. Admiral Bobbery? Haven't the faintest idea what you're talking about. Now, if you please. Drop the axe, Super Stash. We already found out that you're Admiral Bobbery. What poppycock. Tell me, what would you want with me if I were this chap? You say your ship needs a navigator and you want me to do the job? So sorry, but you'll have to look elsewhere. I shall set sail upon the sea nevermore. But that's just not cool. You want to see me beg or something? Is that it? You have to come along. Only you can get us safely to Keelhaul Key. Awfully sorry, dear boy, but when I say no, what I mean is no. Oh. That's not good. What's the next move, Chief? That salty dude is going nowhere fast. I can't figure this guy out. What's his beef with the ocean, anyway? You know what we ought to do? Go find someone who knows what this dude's deal is. Let's ask the innkeeper again. He seemed to know, some reason why we shouldn't have, gone to him. You say Bobbery won't go to sea, huh? Well, can't say that surprises me. The real question is, are you folks really sure you want Bobbery back on the water? Oh, is that it? Now I see. You want to mount an expedition to Keelhaul Key. Rough seas out there. Most sailors would meet their ends. Not old Bobbery, though. The fact of the matter is, Admiral Bobbery's tale is sad. Horribly sad, actually. You'll probably end up crying, but I'll tell it to you if you really, really want me to. In that case, get ready. Bobbery's tale of woe goes something like this. Bobbery was once married. He had a wife of enduring beauty named Scarlett. The two of them were madly in love, the sort of love reserved for fairy tales. Now, Bobbery was a renowned sailor, so he was away from home for long periods. Scarlett never complained, though, and always waited faithfully for Bobbery's return. And Bobbery, his eye never drifted. He loved only Scarlett, truly and deeply. So they lived and found happiness where they could, and all was good, for a time. But not all good things can last. It was a particularly icy winter when it happened. Scarlett fell ill. A virus? A passing cold? No one knew, but it soon turned serious. Bobbery, at sea on a long, lonely voyage, knew nothing of his bride's suffering. By the time he returned, Scarlett had succumbed. She was gone. Bobbery, of course, blamed himself. My loving wife perished because of me. If I were not at sea, I could have nursed her to health. I could have saved her. He was overcome with such thoughts. They torment him always, haunting his sleep. He has never gone out to sea since. Gee, what a downer. That's a pretty good reason for hating the ocean. You all know his tale now, so tell me, do you still want him to return to sea? We really need him. Very well, I understand. If you're that determined, then I'll give you this. What, a drink? Old letter? The letter Scarlett wrote to Bobbery on her deathbed. Why do you have that? On her deathbed, Scarlett wrote Bobbery a final letter you hold in your hands. I don't know what's written inside, but I can tell you what she told me as I lay dying. If I should succumb to this plague, and if my love should blame himself for my death, then give this letter to him so he may hear my voice. It was her last request. But when I saw Bobbery in misery, trying to forget the pain as he mourned his wife, I just couldn't bring myself to present this letter to him. I've regretted it ever since. Please, take this letter and do the deed I was too cowardly to do. Take it to Bobbery. Listen, Podley, thanks a ton. We'll deliver this thing. You feel better, okay? Let's roll, Gonzalez! That kinda pisses me off a little bit. I mean, even if it was hard, he still should have given that letter to Bobbery. I mean, that wasn't his place to decide. He should have done that. What? Oh, by Blabberton's beard, not you again. No matter how many times you entreat me, my stance is firm. Now away with you. Pardon? A letter, you say? For me? What? Scarlett? This is Scarlett's handwriting. Scarlett, my love. My love, if you're reading this letter, then I am no longer by your side. Because fate has set between us, I have decided to write you this letter. If you're reading this, I must have passed away while you were out at sea. I can only assume that you will blame yourself for it, my sweet Bobbery. Although my life was short, you gave me more than a lifetime's worth of joy. Though you will mourn, I beg that you remember that time, like love, is a tide. You are one with the sea, as you were one with me. Do not lose both your life's loves. Time, like love, is a tide. You are one with the sea, as you were one with me. 1,000 pardons, but may I have a moment alone, if you please? Yes, love, I was happy. My sweet, sweet Scarlett. I love you still. Now then, you were looking for a navigator, I believe. Bound for Keelhaul Key? Hurrumph! If you think an old sea bum like me is what you need, then let's shove off. Admiral Bobbery, yes! Oh, yeah. Also, not gonna... Oh, hold on. The ship's in the harbor, I must inspect her before we leave. I shall meet you there. Okay, as I was trying to say... Not gonna lie, I actually kind of, shed a tear while, reading that. That's, wow. I mean, you see that so many times, but when you really, like, just kind of try to get involved in the story and actually, like, read it and then kind of register it in your mind, it's so freaking sad and heartfelt, you know? That's the thing I love about games like this. Anyway, before we go off to sea, we did get an email. Let's go ahead and look at that before we leave. Patoonie. Hi, Mario. How are you? I'm, good. No, very good. No, great. Lots of stuff has changed here. Oh, but not the Elder being mad at my brother. That's still the same. I do wish you'd come back to play sometime. Are you really busy? Are you going someplace far away? Like a place nobody's ever been? Wow, that'd be fun. I'm jealous. Well, if you ever have time to play... Well, if you ever have time to come back here to come play with me, okay? You have to. Promise? From Petuni. Aw, that's cute. Okay, here we go. I knew you would get Bobbery on board, you wonderful mustached man, you. To you I must say, ahoy! I was wise to choose you as a captain. Ahoy to me as well. My men have already loaded our cargo and supplies, yes. Preparations are complete. If you have no errands, we can depart at once. What do you say? Shall we set sail? Let's shove off. Very well, to the sea. Raise anchor and set sails for thrills and emotion. And romance and money. Our destination is Dread Keyhole Key. Wait up! Guess that bomb finally decided to go. And so, the sea adventure begins. This is X-Naut 1 here. Come back, dude. I repeat, X-Naut 1 here, over. Roger, reading you 5 by. Infiltration is successful. X-Naut Black aboard vessel. Repeat, X-Naut Black is on aboard the vessel. Uh-oh.